In this video, we're going to discuss campaigns. Campaign is the same thing as a broadcast. So, if you've used other autoresponders, then you're probably familiar with the term of broadcast. So this is just to send out an email to, a group of people at one time. That's all. So just go to click on Create Campaigns, and you have a choice here between HTML, which is our regular, or plain text. Now, the advantages and disadvantages of both. Sometimes HTML can trip up blocks and triggers and so forth, whereas plain text usually can get through a little easier, but tracking is the problem because it doesn't fire a pixel. You won't really know who opened and who clicked your links or so forth. So usually most people stick with the HTML version, and that's what I'm going to do in this example. But you're free to experiment with the plain text and see if it does any better for you, because sometimes delivery is better with plain text. But like I said, you don't have the tracking ability. So it's kind of like, I want to know where my emails are going and who's reading them and so forth. So anyway, moving along here, we click this, and then you have to choose which list or list segment you want to use. So just for this demo, we'll use this little demo list that I'd created, and then you hit the next, save and next, and then here you give it a title. You can title it anything you want. It's just for your reference. Nobody else sees it. Subject line, it'll take the default of whatever you put when you set up your account, but you can easily override it. So we'll just make this demo as well, from whoever you are. And here is, you can do one of two things here. You can just tick this button here, and whatever you set as your default will come up, and then you just have to put in whatever your reply to email is, which in my case was this. But you can set it up any way you want. You can do it manually by just putting in your from email address and then putting the reply to. So you can change it up either way, whatever works for you. So let's move. Almost forgot. You want to, since you set up, or since we or whoever set up the tracking domain, you want to use your own custom tracking domain, and it should be here in the drop down list. And then after you've selected your custom tracking domain, hit next. Now here you have the option to either upload a template of your own. As long as it's HTML and it's zipped, you can upload it and start using it right away if you want. Or if you want, you can create one or use an existing one. So we're going to start here, and this gives you the options. These are the basic templates that we have currently, and you can browse through them and look at them at your leisure. Featured, there's only one right now that's featured, but we'll be adding more later. Themes really doesn't apply here. WooCommerce is really e-commerce, so these are just different ones that we have for e-commerce templates. My templates, these are templates that I've actually created for myself. And then again, you can upload your own template here if you want. And like I said, it gives you all the instructions here if you need to upload one. I'm going to use one of my templates. We'll use this one. It's pretty basic. Now you're confronted with another question here. Do you want to use the Pro Builder, which is the drag and drop builder, or do you want to use the Classic Builder? And I'm going to show you both. First, we'll start with the Pro Builder. Sorry, it's taking a minute because we're recording. But anyway, you'll instantly be familiar with this once you start looking at it, because you can see you have all of these different objects that you can insert, and you can show, and there's more below it. So it's a total page builder. I mean, you can build a web page with it actually. But anyway, this gives you the option to do that. You can add different tags. For example, these are the different. You can copy these and just paste them into your content, and it'll be replaced with the information if it's in the database. So, you can put the subscriber's first name, for example, here by just going copy and come in here, and here's your editor. You can put something like hi, and then just paste subscriber name. And then, of course, you might want to format it so that it's consistent with the formatting of the rest of your text. But you can do that here. And this little editor is pretty nice. It gives you the options to change the font size, font color, etc. So it's pretty comprehensive, actually. And then you can come in here and check your settings. because you can automate certain things so you don't have to keep playing with them. You can put an image in it if you like. Choose your font family, whatever you like. You got numerous options here. So like I said, you can, this is a drag and drop builder, so you can put pretty much whatever you want, wherever you want. So gives you a good idea of that. So let's close that one, and let's go back to, oops, I went a little too far back, sorry. Let's go back here, and then here you got the email classic builder. This is what our builder used to look like back in version 1 of this. And as you can see, it's actually not bad at all. I mean, it's a very comprehensive builder, and in some cases you might prefer using it over the drag and drop builder. This is what's known as a pre-header, and I'm sure you've seen, like if you use Outlook or Thunderbird or something like that, where you get a little preview of what the email is. Well, you can manipulate that here. You can put something here that will be seen when people, receive your email in their inbox. It'll give them a little whatever you want to put below the subject line. Again, here's all your tags again that you can just copy and paste into your content by just putting the mouse cursor wherever you want. And you can subscriber first name here, as you see, and so on. So both of them have their benefits and their detractions, but I like both. I personally will use both, and you may find that you'll prefer one over the other. That's totally up to you guys, whatever you like. Hit save, close, and then you move to your next screen. You can also, almost forgot. This is a new feature that we just put in. That's why I almost forgot it. You can calculate your spam score. So we have a built-in, it uses Spam Assassin as its API, and it will tell you whatever about your content of your email in the subject line, and it'll let you know if it passed or failed. So that way you have a prelude before you send your email of where it's going to land. You could put attachments. I'm not a big fan of putting attachments into emails because that could trigger a block or spam filtering. But if that's your thing, you like sending files, well, you can do it. Just like I said, I'd caution you not to, but that's up to you. It's better to send them to a link to download than it is to send them the PDF or Word doc or whatever the heck it is, because like I said, it triggers spam filters. Hit next. Now this is another cool feature that we just put in here. I've never seen it in anything else, but it was my own invention here. This is when you go to schedule. For example, you've got a brand new domain, you've got brand new IPs. You don't want to go and send a whole bunch of them at one time, because when you do, you're going to get blacklisted. So we put in a feature here because it was very difficult in the past, because you would have to pause your campaign, go back and adjust a number of emails to send and so forth. It was a giant, monstrous pain in the ass. So I went to my development team and I said, hey, we got to find a better way of doing this so that people can start warming up their domains and IPs and not get blacklisted. So we came up with this idea. So here's your delivery date. You can select any date, current or in the past, or in the future. You can select the type of schedule you want this to go: hourly, daily, or weekly, monthly, however. Now, your delivery time, you can set the delivery time here. Let's just stick with this for a minute. Now, here's where it can get a little tricky, so please pay attention closely here, because this is an important feature if you're going to use it. For example, let's say that today you're just going to send 100 emails, okay? You just type in 100, hit the enter key, and then let's say tomorrow you're going to send 150. You hit the enter key, and then say 200 the next day, 250 the following day, and so on and so forth. You can add this as many times as you need or want. Now, the whole purpose of this is, yes, you're going to be sending just 100 emails that day to whatever the list was that you selected, but only 100 people or 100 emails will be delivered. Then the next day, that same email will automatically send 150 to wherever it left off on the list. And then it'll keep doing that, 200 and so forth, until it gets to your entire list based on the way you set it up. So, you just keep adding it until you've exhausted your entire list, or that particular list, whatever the case may be. so that you're gradually warming up your email. And obviously this would probably be a broadcast that you would send that would be kind of like something that's evergreen, like an introduction of who you are and so forth and so on, whatever you want. I mean, but it's, that's the design behind this. Now, if you got a better idea or you can think of something else we need to add, by all means, let me know. We take suggestions and we want to hear your feedback. Now you have two choices here. You can either schedule the broadcast by clicking here, and it won't make a mistake, so it'll keep you in line by bringing you to this page here, and you can kind of review everything. You can see what your spam score is. If you need to go back in and edit, you can. You can check your list. You can change it if you need to here. Same with your subject lines, same with your reply to. Everything can be pretty much edited from this screen before you send. So you could do a preview, see what your email is going to look like before you send it. And then you can send a test email to yourself or somebody else. And then when you're ready, you just hit send. And it's the same thing whether you send it immediately, send now, or schedule. Both of them are the same. You get the same screen. So that's the end of this video. And if you have any questions or concerns, or if anything's not clear, like I said, just put in a support ticket and we'll be happy to respond. See you in the next video.